YouTube, what is going on, guys? No, it's not your Madden Average. It's your boy Madden Elite, back with another video today. Guys, today we are bringing back a series that I started last year. Did not get the chance to finish because I started it kind of late, but we are back on it this year. We're going to be doing my 32 playbook series where I'm going to be taking a mini scheme from every one of the 32 NFL team playbooks, trying to find the most unique mini scheme from that playbook and trying to win a MUT game with it. So the way it works is I'm going to be uploading a mini scheme video first, depending on what playbook we have for that week. I'm going to be talking about what I'm going to be running, what I think is good in the offense, what I don't like, things like that, route combos, beaters. And then in a separate video, we're going to be taking that mini scheme and going into a game, trying to win a MUT game and kind of going step by step on, what I see is good in that offense. And it's kind of cool for any of you guys that want to run something unique. We're going to be going over something unique in every one of the 32 playbooks. As you guys can see by the title of the video, today we have the Arizona Cardinals playbook. But before we get further into the video, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn your notification bell on so you guys don't miss when I upload a new video. And if you guys have been enjoying the content, make sure to destroy the like button. Helps out the channel a ton. So guys, let's get right into it. As you guys can see, we are in the Arizona Cardinals offensive playbook. There was two formations that I was thinking of doing. As you guys can see by the title of the video, we're going with the gun cluster, but this pistol spread looked all right. I mean, it has some pretty good plays and some decent plays that are only in this playbook. For example, this Y cross is only in this playbook. This Z under looked pretty good, and I think this Y corner also looked pretty good, but we're not going to use that. We're going to use something that's a little bit similar to what I run, gun bunch. It's this gun cluster formation and gun cluster halfback strong. So it's going to be two formations that kind of just complement each other. It's pretty much the same formation. It's just the running back is just offset to the other side. And no, this is not a new formation to this Madden. It's been in previous Maddens. I personally think it's probably better this year than it has been in previous years, just because the blitzes are a little bit slower in this game. So first, we're gonna be going over the regular cluster formation. So now for the audibles, I already have the audible set. I like 518 hook, Z spot, verticals, and cluster bunch for the cluster formation. And for the cluster halfback strong, the audibles I like so far are mesh post, 45 quick base, verticals, and post curls. 45 quick base is probably going to be the only run that we touch. The other runs don't really look that good. We have a draw. The draw has a motion though. You can't really get rid of that, so I don't think it's that good. We have the outside zone. I haven't tried any outside zones in this year's game. I don't think they're that good though, in my opinion. And we have a draw. We do have a counter. There might be a few formations where the counter might be useful, but definitely not audible worthy. So first play we're going to be going over is this mesh post play. We're just going to be going against stock coverages here, so let's actually just pick cover 3. A lot of people love running cover 3 in this year's game. And here's our player. We have like a weird drag by X, a weird wheel route by RB, and just running back under the running back flat route, tight end drag, and the B stock post. That's actually what makes this play really good, is that stock post. I am going to be using Hot Route Master in MUT, so we're going to be able to be a little more creative, which is why I'm using the Bucks in this mini scheme video. But there's actually a lot of things that we can do here. Number one, the one thing that I don't like about this formation, not a fan of, is you cannot block the tight end. This has always been a problem with cluster. The tight end is just lined up too far outside, and he counts as a slot receiver. So you can put him on slot routes. You can't put him on any tight end routes. You can't put him on the tight end crosser, things like that. So he's going to get all of the slot wide receiver. You can put him on a stop and go if you wanted to. I don't know if it's ideal, but hey, you can do it. So he can't be blocked. So if you're playing somebody that blitzes a lot, probably going to have some trouble unless you're sending out 5. That's what I'm planning on doing. If I play somebody that blitzes 5, blitzes 6, you're going to have to send 5 and make a hot read, because your only chance is blocking the running back, but that's just not that good this year. All right, so for the first setup on this play, all we are going to do is hitch X and hitch our A wide receiver. That's really all you need to do. You could leave your running back on this little table route going to the side, Table routes are not that good this year, so I kind of prefer to put him on a wheel route. The only problem with the wheel route is that it will run into that post. So you kind of, if you don't want that, you can maybe just put him on this flare right here just so he gets that spacing. You really want whoever's in that flat zone over there to really get out far. So I mean, out far to the sideline. So you could keep the table route. I kind of just prefer the wheel route though, because you can throw it a little bit quicker. And you guys will see we're gonna hike this. You have these short routes underneath that get open. You can lowball them. Your opponent's gonna have to man it up, user it. You know, he's gonna have to do some crazy adjustments there in the middle of the field. But really what we are looking for on this play is, if we hike it, we are looking for this post right here. And you guys can see that post kind of runs up a little too far. So the one adjustment I might make is putting this guy on a streak so that the post does not run into the third. You can put that guy on a streak, hike it. You have the underneath route there, and you have B going across the field wide open. Of course, this is if they have no zone drops, but we'll get to that in a second. We have some plays for that. Now, this is a setup that might work a little bit better against cover 2 with this stock post. Against cover 3 or one high safety, what you might want to do is put B on a post route. So you can see I hot routed him to a slot post route. You can see it's a little bit shorter. You can see the stock one goes up to about like where the 0 is on the 50. If you put him on a hot route master post, it's a little bit shorter. It cuts like where the 40 is. So it'll undercut that. We'll go ahead and run it. We'll go ahead and run it real quick with the hitch with no clear out streak, and you'll see it kind of cuts underneath the third a little bit more, so you have a little bit more room to throw it under that corner. The other one kind of runs into the corner, so it can probably get picked off. But we'll go ahead and show this against cover 2 real quick. Again, if it's cover 2, you might want to keep that stock post because you don't have to worry about that corner over there on the outside. If we run it just like this, right? Cover 2, go ahead and hike it. And you guys can see the safety. You could throw it away from the safety. Obviously, the sheds in practice mode are a little crazy. We'll keep them on the flat route just so nothing really gets messed up here. But you guys can see right there, the safety is over top a little bit more, so you kind of have a little bit more room to throw that. But the other cool thing about this play is this RB wheel route. We'll go ahead and show this again against cover 3. Go ahead and come on cover 3. So we are going to hitch two inside receivers just like this. And if this vert hook or hook curl bites down on that, that one looked a little bit close. You don't have to lowball it. If this linebacker, whoever's in this vert hook on this right side, bites down to this hitch, you can easily throw this RB route, pass lead inside and possession catch. If that yellow zone or whoever is playing there starts backing up to the wheel route, you can easily throw the hitch as the check down. It won't do it right now because obviously there's no zone drops set, so it's going to keep sitting down on this hitch. But you know, if your opponent had zone drop set or shaded over top, you just lowball the hitch. So this is a pretty effective play with 5 routes on the field. Again, not really too many of these combos are going to be blocking the running back because I just don't think blocking the running back is going to do all that much against the blitz. The next set of plays are going to be really good. We have this 518 hook. You can see we have this S post on the right side of the field, but if we go to the Z spot, we have the S post, the same exact post on the opposite side of the field. So it's really good because you can run the same route, stock route, from any side of the field that you want. It's going to be kind of hard for your opponent to pick up on when and what side you're going to run it from. Number one, I'm going to just go ahead and show you guys with the streak over here. You could throw it against cover 3. You can throw that against cover 3. That might even get over the 30-yard flats, especially if you run it like this on the short side. You could probably run it on the short side. A lot of these plays are probably actually better on the short side, actually. You go ahead and hike it. Step up. You can see this post route gets pretty far down the field. So you could probably get that. Pretty sure you could fit that over 30-yard flats. Gonna have to test it, but we'll go ahead and move back over to the left hash. Now, if you went to Z spot, you're able to complement that with the exact same play. You could probably just set it up like this and step up in the pocket. You can roll out a little bit and you can see that post gets all the way to the other side. That's a really bad throw by Brady with that set feet lead. It just floats there. But obviously with Gunslinger, with Pass Lead Elite, with Dan Marino or Josh Allen, that ball is going to get there much quicker. So, you know, just a couple ways you could set this up. You can just put this guy on a streak, put this guy on a slant, put the running back on an out route. You can motion him over. Kind of just run it just like if you guys have ever seen people run mesh post from bunch. Kind of the same concept. You just have a high-low read in the middle of the field, out route on the running back. Yes, you don't have the wheel route like you do in mesh post, but I mean, still a really good play. Still a very good play to mix in right here. Makes your opponent really try to get adjusty with their zone drops, and or you know, they might try to blitz this as well. Also, another way that you can set it up if you wanted to make a fast read is you can set it up like this. Again, having the hitch underneath on both sides. You still have the tight end flat route if they don't play hard flats. We'll go ahead and hike this, right? Make them pick either underneath route, and you can just lowball this on the opposite side of the field. This formation is just really good for attacking the middle of the field and really getting them uncomfortable with their user. Again, very similar concept. We're gonna go to Z spot. Now this running back route is an interesting route. I haven't really seen how it runs. Okay, so it runs like a whip route. So that running back route is going to 100% destroy man. The only thing is it takes a little long to develop, especially if somebody is blitzing. And plus, people really don't run man that much, so I really don't think you need that route. You could probably just get away with putting him on an out route. Really, it runs a lot quicker and it's still going to beat man. But we also have this post on the left side of the field. So a couple ways we can set it up. We can put RB on a streak. We can keep this hitch right here to make their user have to pick with this underneath route right here. Go ahead and just possession catch it. Or you can throw the post over the top if they go user the underneath route. And the other way you can set it up as well, we'll go ahead and do it like this. We can slant B, and you get a similar concept that you do from the 518 hook with the motioned over slant. When you set it up like this, right, you get a pretty similar concept doing this. You're just doing it on the opposite side. You're pretty much just doing it flipped. Go ahead and hike it. You can see you have the underneath, you have B, and you have X breaking to the other side. Just throw it, you catch it, and it'll get under a third, especially if you have somebody like Marino or Josh Allen or somebody with Gunslinger in MUT. Ball's gonna get there a lot quicker. It's not even gonna be that close of a play right there. Next play we're gonna go over is this verticals play. Self-explanatory. Not gonna touch on this play too much because pretty much the same concept as in bunch. A lot of people run this verticals play. You could literally just run it like this. Run it stock. It's going to kill cover 2. Not really that crazy against cover 3. This crosser does get over the thirds, so that is a plus. So if you run the cluster to the short side, just like this, we'll go in audible to verts. If you run it like this, this crosser by RB does get over a 30-yard flat. So if we go and hike it, obviously we don't have flats at 30 yards, but you can see how far down the field that gets. You're gonna just go ahead and possession catch that. So you're gonna have routes that get over 30-yard flats. The other route that is going to get over the 30-yard flats on this side is this 518 hook. So you have two routes on the with cluster on the short side that are going to get over those 30-yard flats. Now the last play in this formation that I want to go over real quick is this cluster bunch, right? Not really going to be able to showcase it like I want to right now, but what we're going to want to do is put RB on a corner. We're going to put B on a streak. And we're going to put A on an out route. We're pretty much just flooding the whole right side of the field, testing if they have zone drops, seeing where they have their zone drop set, and you have this backside in route as well. That's really good. And really, we're just gonna hike it just like this. Probably not gonna be able to showcase it that well because of Brady not being able to roll out. He actually threw a dot right there, but right there we had the underneath. I just wanted to test the corner route against a purple there, but we are going to set it up like this. You can also motion out the streak if you wanted to, so it can truly clear out that third, because sometimes those thirds do play kind of cracked. So we're gonna go ahead and hike it, roll out. You can see RB is there, and the backside in route would be there if they're using that, especially if they're using the cluster side backer. All right, now we're gonna go over the cluster halfback strong. Similar concepts, very similar concepts from here, except this play, where is it? This post curls play. This post curls play is probably my favorite play out of any of these two formations. It probably has the best spacing, and this tight end route on the right side of the field just sits in a perfect spot where you can throw it against just about any coverage. They kind of have to man it up or user it for it to be played, but you guys will see in a second. What I like to do is hitch this X receiver, and like I was saying earlier, if it's covered 2, you can keep the stock B route. If it's covered 3, I would suggest putting him on a hot route master or slot apprentice post route, just because it's a little bit shorter. And on this backside, I like the hitch, and I also like this zig going to the sideline, right? And just read if they're playing hard flats, playing 5-yard purples, whatever. But on this right side, you guys will see when I hike it, the flat defender gets out wide, and this tight end just sits in a perfect spot for you to be able to throw it against a hook curl. So it's really good against cover 3. Again, we'll run it with the hitch. You can keep this RB route. It's really up to you. You can put him on a wheel route. The wheel route, I think, gets a little too close to that. You guys can see right there, it gets a little too close to the tight end. Doesn't get out that far. So I would probably just advise keeping him on this swing route. It's actually, the swing route's really good because it starts running upfield kind of late. Right here, it starts running upfield. So if nothing reacts down to that swing route, or if they have their zone drops playing to the moon, you can still throw that as well. Now, the other thing that I like as well is obviously this little hitch. This hitch is not going to get open because of the spy, unfortunately, but this little hitch right here is really good as well. And what I like about this play so much is this tight end route is so good, all right, where you can keep that route there if you want, but you also have the freedom to change it up a little bit. You could do this right here, all right? Motion this guy over. So now you have, a high-low read over here on the left side. You're really reading 3 routes on the left side, and you still have this tight end to read on the back side. So you have this slant right here underneath that you're able to throw. If it's usered, you have the post going over top. If that's guarded, you still have the high-low read on the right side with the running back and the tight end. There's just no way that all of this is going to be guarded if you're making the right reads. And in this formation, we also have verticals, which again, I'm not going to go over too much. I'm probably just going to be running it stock just like this, making a read. Against cover 2, you can bomb cover 2 with this because the wheel route is just going to hit the sideline, obviously. But there's just not much else I'm going to be doing from this play. Quick base, not going to be going over the quick base because we're just going to be running the ball with it. The one thing I do want to touch on is this mesh post. The one thing that is different from this mesh post than the other formation is this halfback wheel route. So what I like to do here is put RB on a flat route. We can hitch X and we can hitch A. So we're gonna go ahead and hike this, and you guys can see the running back wheel route runs upfield, and you can pass lead it inside, secure it. Again, it's a pretty similar read to the play that I showed you guys earlier with RB on the wheel route, or with Y on the wheel route. I just noticed the buttons flip out of this formation. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I just noticed that right now. When you're in the regular cluster, Antonio Brown is RB, but when you audible over to the halfback strong, Antonio Brown's actually Y. So that's probably one thing to get used to right there. But anyways, you can see this running back wheel route is really good. Another way that you can set it up, if you want this 3 route combo on the left side and RB on the flat, we have the running back wheel route at the backfield. Go ahead and hike it, and they have to use it. You can see the hook kind of plays it a little bit, sits down a little bit low, so we're able to throw the running back route. But to put there, if they're not putting the zones out there, and if they're using that side of the field, that might be a good play to go to and force them to get their user to go to the left. And again, from the halfback strong, we're still going to be able to do things like this, especially put an RB on that flat route, maybe put A on a drag, and you're still going to be able to have these high-low reads on the left side. Again, if they're playing with crazy zone drops, you can always put that receiver on a crosser as long as you have Slot Apprentice or Hot Route Master. If you want them on something shorter, if their zone drops are like 30, you want it to get under the 30, you could just run like a post or something. So there's a lot of things you can do with these two formations. I think they're really good. Again, we'll see how we do in a game with them. Hopefully we can get a win with them. When I was doing this series in Madden 21, I think we went like, I don't remember how many mini schemes I went over, but we did go undefeated in all of the mini schemes. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully you guys found this mini scheme helpful and unique, and we'll see how we do in a MUT game with it. Hopefully we don't stink it up. Again, if you're somebody that likes to run something new and unique, definitely give these formations a shot. They look like they have potential. Again, they're kind of just prone to heavy blitzes, which is one of the reasons I wouldn't run it in a comp game. But if you're somebody that just likes to play head to head, just have some fun, definitely give these formations a shot. Again, if you guys are new to the channel and haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that sub button and turn your notification bell on so you guys don't miss when I upload a new video. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. As always, stay safe. Peace.